moves it around. As here goes Ivan Barbashev moving in with a wrister. That's blockered aside by Dobish. Behind the net, Tomas Hertl. Looking to the line. He missed Noah Hannafin with the pass. It goes all the way back to Schmidt. 7-1 the score for Ottawa over Vegas. As the Golden Knights will wrap up a road trip tonight. They've been in Boston. They lost that game 4-3. We're in Toronto. As this comes in on Dobish, that one gave him a little trouble. He's gotten pointless in 6 straight games now. That's the longest pointless drought this season for Oliver Kapanen. As Marner with a shot that's glanced off the blocker of Dobish and back to center. Noah Hannafin deep in his own zone. Up the boards, take it away. Bolduc, long shot, and no problem for Akira Schmid. Feeds it over to Jack Eichel. And over the Montreal line, tries a shot. Off a stick and wide, played back in front. And picked up by Alexandre Texier. Pavel Dorofeev carries in behind the Montreal net. Dorofeev in front, and this is going to be quickly covered by Dobish.
I wouldn't count on having him back, but they've made the trade for Rasmus Andersson, so it gives you a puck-moving upgrade over what Zach Whitecloud was on the team.
Adversaries in the Western League. Korczak with the Kelowna Rockets. Just back to the line. Gooley with a shot. That one comes right in on Akira Schmid, and he'll squeeze that for the whistle. It is taken away by Demidov. Passes into the feet of Carrier. And here go the Golden Knights ahead to center. They got a 2-on-1. Here's Dorofeev with Bowman. Dorofeev shot and he scores. Pavel Dorofeev off the odd man rush, hangs on and rips it home. And the Vegas Golden Knights.
Power play goal, second in the NHL. This one's going to be a 5-on-5. Carrier tries to go down the wall. Demidov force feeds it right into his feet. There's nothing Carrier can do with that puck. And Hudson tries to force Dorofeev to make the pass, challenge the shot. Instead, Dorofeev goes far side.
Anytime he's in these situations, he rises to the occasion.
Here's Dobson, long shot, loose in front. Caulfield, oh, what a stop from Akira Schmid. Got over. Demidov. To the point. Hudson shot it coming. Bouncing around in front. Schmidt is there. Shuts the door. Matheson with a shot. That one breaks a stick. Right back up from Demidov to Hudson. Back around it goes for Caulfield. Hudson. A lot of passing from Montreal. Caulfield with a shot and he scores.
How's that for a souvenir? Keep it rolling. Cole Caulfield now 9 goals in his last 6 games. And the one-timer is going to send the blade of the stick flying. A changeup that Akira Schmid can't catch up to. As that just beats him on the far side of the net. Now when the stick breaks, you think it's coming off the stick so hot it might have changed direction along the way.
Vegas is challenging the play to see if there was offsides before the goal.
And they were pretty quick to go to it as well.
Yeah.
There would have been plenty of lead-up time for them to review this in the video room before signaling to the bench that this was offside. The fact that this came down as quick as it did would lead you to believe they have a pretty good case. As Suzuki carries it in, we're watching Caulfield on the left. It's hard to tell from that camera angle. The puck's in the air. You don't.
After the coach's challenge, it was determined that at 18:47 the play was offside. We have no goal.
Picked off by Gooley and he'll fire right back in. Now Zach will do it to the net. The score! Off the deflection in front. And it is Philip Deneau for Montreal.
Zach Bolduc is going to keep this puck in, and he just funnels it right to the front of the net. And it starts with a forecheck by Deneau. He gets a stick on it. The puck never gets off the yellow dasher until Bolduc gets to it, and no one ties up the stick of Deneau in front of the net.
His game should be simple. It should be speed, hits.
Here goes Riley Smith moving in with a shot. That's stopped by Dobe.
200 feet away from Montreal's net and develops quickly right through the neutral zone. Riley Smith is going to win his race between him and Caulfield, and that sets up a look as Mark Stone.
Played off the boards out to center. Here they go over the line. Doc moving in to the net in front. And and this won't get by Schmidt. Is Rasmus Anderson who will play it in deep. Take it away, Marner in front. Couple big stunts from Dobish right on the doorstep. Sticks the pad out on Pavel Dorofeev. Now Montreal the other way. Hudson moving in. Shot that's stopped by Akira Schmidt. Shea Theodore trying to tee it up in front. The Canadiens go the other way. Texie moving in off the Caulfield. And Schmidt takes away another.
That's two.
Back over Dobson. Trying to go back through the middle. Caulfield side of the net scores. Finally, Cole Caulfield finds a way in.
Goes the other way. What a save as Akira Schmidt diving across. And then this puck is going to get right back to the front of the net. Dobson makes a great play that creates some chaos. A scramble in front as Caulfield goes undetected. All the attention goes to the bouncing puck off the stick of Dobson.
Canadiens moving around. Carrier to center. Here goes Philip Deneau streaking in. Deneau to the net. Little backhand try. That's stopped by Schmidt. I think the key word this morning was habits from Marty St. Louis. Looking for good habits in practice. Just like in the game. There's a sharp angle try from Caulfield. Off the boards. Hurdle directs it back. Marner over to Eichel. Moves in. Shot stopped by Dobish. Back up behind Marner. Hands it off to Dorofeev. Back to Marner. Eichel with it. Low shot from Mark Stone. That's stopped by Dobish, who once again gets down with the pad.
And he's had to get the pad on it as this one is quick right across the crease. Mark Stone just needs to get a stick on it, but Dobish strong to the post gets his pad. Stone
Off to Tomas Hurdle. Dorofeev now. Right side, face-off dot. Dobish the save, and he's got the rebound tight as well.
Pavel Dorofeev won from the second period.
It's another Vegas power play here. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Rolling around in front. Stone with a try, point blank. That's stopped by Dobish. Up high at the line, Marner moves it off. Eichel stick handles. Back to Stone. In front, another big pad save for Jakub Dobish.
Sometimes defensemen are only as good as the help they get from their forwards, and Montreal's forwards have done a nice job coming back in this game.
Vegas played around to the line, shot, and they score! Off the deflection with 3:08 to play. It is Pavel Dorofeev.
It's a flyby to the front of the net as this puck gets back to the point. Dorofeev starts it by dumping it in and watches route right through the slot and times it perfectly as Hutton wastes no time getting this shot off. Gets his head up right away and sees that he doesn't have to get much air on this shot. It just needs to be low to the ice. Dorofeev gets a stick on it.
For Nick Suzuki. Back over to Caulfield. Demidov. Caulfield shot. Stopped in front. Akira Schmidt takes it away. Slavkovsky in front.
After all the possession, Montreal finally gets the look that they want. They want the Caulfield one-timer. He lets it go. And how does Schmidt get this? As Slavkovsky is the one who finds it in the legs of Lauzon.
Eichel moving in through the middle. Shot blockered away by Dobish. Habs trying to get out to center. They do. Evans down the wing. Moving in. Evans to the net. Scores! Overtime winner from Jake Evans.
His way to the front of the net. As that's 2 goals in 2 games against the Vegas Golden Knights this season for Evans. Recognizes there's a 2-on-1 developing and gets Tomas Hurdle right on his hip. And as he does that, drives right through, gets body positioning, and right across the crease. Schmidt dives out, can't get to the post, and Jake Evans is the overtime hero for the Montreal Canadiens in a game that they largely deserved to win, as Jakub Dobish was outstanding.